Ready,
All right,
willing, and able.
now,
Right now, John.
good afternoon. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Public Facilities Committee meeting for June 20th, 2023. Our first item on our agenda today will be the approval of the minutes. Everybody get a chance to look at the minutes?
I approve
You approve?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you
I
very much.
wholeheartedly second it.
Thank you, thank you. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And the minutes are approved. Next is the privilege of the floor. Do we have anyone to speak to the privilege of the floor? I don't think we do. All right. We would like to then move on to our first proposed resolution. And
Mr. Chairman, if I might,
Okay.
your first resolution is a modification of the membership of the North Chautauqua County Water District Administrative Board. And with the very, very untimely passing of Supervisor John Walker from the town of Sheridan, the county executive and I are of the opinion that we would request that this resolution be tabled for a month, because at this point in time, consideration of changes when that board is struggling to deal with the loss of their longest serving member is going to be difficult enough. So we propose and we would request that the committee table this resolution until next month.
thank you very much for that input.
I make a motion to table this resolution until next month.
Thank you.
Ms. Parker.
Second, if we need a second.
And then all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the resolution is tabled. Our second resolution is to amend the 2023 budget to implement the new Jurassic office building roof restoration project using funding from the American Rescue Plan. And I understand that we have
Aye.
some changes to make.
How you guys doing? Josh Rothwell, Assistant Deputy Director, Public Facilities, Buildings and Grounds.
Tim Carr, Director of Public Facilities.
Thank you, gentlemen.
What we'd like to change is the have this combined into one project, both roofs, the courthouse roof and the GOB roof. Use the same funding, ARPA funding, but make it one project, hopefully to entice more bidders, being more work, more construction. The GOB project went out to bid and was just a little short of $300,000 over budget. Speaking with the contractors and the project guy from Garland, Sean Borello, the other option was to cut the dome being painted, some work around the dome area, some of the flat roof in there that was going to get a coating on it. And we decided that instead of shorting the project, to combine the two, and hopefully that, like I said, would entice more contractors to bid the job and potentially bring the costs back down.
Sounds good.
And the GOB, the office building roof is in pretty bad shape.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. We thought about also cutting some of the costs on this building. Like part of the project originally was some painting. They have some wind dams up there
Yeah.
that basically just break the wind from, blowing in the penthouse and helps keep snow off the roof. They're rusty, in bad shape. So we talked about potentially cutting that off of the project as well. And then after I spoke with Steve and Kathleen, it was determined that the funding is still potentially there through ARPA, that we might as well do the project right and get the 30-year warranty and not skimp on taking care of our facilities. So I'm bringing it here to you guys today.
So then it doubles the cost though, right?
Yeah, we originally had budgeted 500,000 for the GOB and 500,000 for the courthouse. So now we added an additional $500,000 and combined them.
Yeah.
And because we're assuming that this project, the GOB, is going to be over budget as well, roughly that 200 and some thousand. So we added an additional 500,000 to the total project, hoping that combining the two, we can stay under that 1.5.
And what will you do with the excess?
It would go
If
back.
there is any excess?
It would go back to the
We'll just go
ARPA.
back to
Yes.
the- Okay.
Yes.
Any other questions or concerns with this resolution? Okay, well, all right, we need to first amend the resolution by substitution. That's our first step, I believe, before we,
I'll make the motion to amend by substitution.
Second the motion.
thank you. All right, all in favor of amending by substitution?
Aye.
Say aye. Okay, now that we have amended the resolution by substitution, then let's discuss the amended resolution, which I guess we've already done. And if no one has any further concerns about the amended resolution, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Or the resolution carries.
Thank you.
Okay. Our next proposed resolution is to authorize the transfer of capital funds between capital accounts and closing of capital accounts.
Hi there, Shannon Barnhart, Manager of Airports. And I'm here because we last year were approved to purchase a lift for the county and for the airport. We use it interchangeably. And we were able to come in significantly under budget by buying a used one. The new ones ended up being over the budget that we had. So we found a good one that it works for us for what we need. We were approved for $68,000. We ended up buying a boom lift that was $25,000. And so we had a $43,000 savings. We are looking into purchasing a crack sealer, which with those funds, we were hoping to get approval to do so. And the crack sealer, as you know, we have a lot of pavement aprons out there to do. And we end up renting the crack sealer, which is $6,100 a month to do. So usually we need between 1 to 2 months, and we should be doing this on an annual basis, but it's costly. So the cost of the crack sealer, we had Jim D'Angelo went out and got a quote, and it came in at $38,500. We would plan to return the difference to the capital budget, which would be $4,500. And just so everybody's aware, the return on investment would be about 3.16 years for what we would need it for. So hoping to get approval on the transfer of funds from capital to capital, to a different capital project.
Yeah. Well,
So, do you have a question?
no, go ahead.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
Is that something you have to do, I know you're doing a study on the feasibility of the airport?
We're doing an air service development study. So not on the feasibility of the airport, that's on airlines specifically.
Okay.
So this is, we don't want to have cracks in the runway. It's a safety precaution. It's just a piece of equipment.
No, I
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
I'm asking, so my question is,
Mhm.
does this have to be done whether or not, because I know what was originally kind of discussed as determining whether or not the airport can still do business or whatever, other business with airlines and stuff.
All right. Okay.
So this is gonna have to be done regardless.
Yes.
is
It
what
doesn't
my
matter if we have an
question-
airline or not. It's safety.
That's all I wanted to know.
So we do have a small crack sealer that the guys do by hand. It's just, it's not efficient for what we need and also not safe. This machine covers the tar or whatnot a little bit better so they can put it in there and have less burn capabilities. I don't know the whole details in it, but it is a little safer and it definitely gets it done a lot quicker.
And you still have to do it.
And we
no
still have
matter
to do
what.
it regardless.
what-
Yeah.
yeah.
So we still rent it no matter what. The little one that we have just gets us by if there's something in the apron and we don't need to rent the whole one for the month. So, yeah.
That's all I need to know.
And if we had our own, that would give us more flexibility to throughout the summer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to just schedule it for that 1 month.
Yeah. We
You
ran,
get a few rain days in there and that can kind of.
and we ran into that this
schedule,
year
so.
with having, we rented it, I think in March or April and looked good. And then it ended up raining and we had to keep it in a little longer. So that was unfortunate, but
Can we rent this one out? I'm just kidding.
sure. I mean, if someone else, just like the lift needed it in the county,
My
I
driveway.
yeah. Well, no.
I'm good.
Can it be used on the county highway system?
I probably could.
It's like a tow behind a truck.
Yeah, you tow behind
It's
the
a-
trailer.
Probably something smaller than you
Because
guys
we
use now. but-
crack seal our highways every
Mhm.
time they need them. So, okay. Any other questions? Concerning this resolution? Hearing none, all in favor of the proposed resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. And next is to adjust D 5112 capital improvement accounts.
Hi, Sam Zafoto, Fiscal Supervisor, Public Facilities. Good afternoon. This resolution is to amend our budget to conform to the funding we received from New York State for road and bridge repair. This is amending, adding funds to D 5112-391, which is the D fund. This is an annual. Once the state budget is finalized, we do need to adjust and conform to the amount of funding they're giving us, and that is what this resolution is doing.
Sounds like good news.
Yeah.
We have more money? Do we
We
have more
did, yeah.
projects to do?
Yeah, there's plenty of projects. We did have a substantial increase in our CHIPS award of almost 500, almost 600,000 from last year to this year. All of the accounts were up. Plus, this also adds in extreme weather, which year to year, there's no guarantee that'll be funded. So we don't budget for that during the annual budget process. So this also adds extreme weather or EWR in as well.
In line with increasing prices for everything, is this going to make us able to do extra projects or just make us able to do the projects that we have now?
When we do the projects that we have now.
All right. Any other questions or concerns about this one? Hearing none, all in favor of the proposed resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? The resolution carries. Okay, next is the,
Excuse me, I don't know if this is the proper time, but I just wanted to give an update on the card sub. Do you want me to wait and do that at the end or? can we do that?
I think it would be more
At the end?
appropriate
Okay.
at the end under other.
Yep.
I believe that. would be
Yeah.
the way to do it.
Okay.
Sorry to
No, that's okay.
hold you up. Okay, our next proposed resolution is the North Chautauqua Lake Sewer District seeker determination concerning the reduction of inflow and infiltration in the district.
Good afternoon, Matt Olbeck, Director, North Chautauqua Lake Sewer District. As we all remember, the I&I projects.
Yeah.
This would be a type 2 seeker, so there would be no added infrastructure, it would just be repairing infrastructure that's there now. Limited some digging, but limited digging. Most of it would be CIPP lining. There's some places to repair. Some manhole replacement or repair. No, I don't think any manhole replacement. So
Sounds good. Any questions from the members of the committee concerning this resolution? Okay, this is the secret determination and just a preliminary step in the project.
yeah, I think most of these that I have here today are just.
All right. Very good. Okay, all in favor? Any further discussion? All in favor of the proposed resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the resolution carries. And the next one is the North Chautauqua Lake Sewer District determinations in relation to reduction of infiltration and inflow. More along the lines of the same project?
Yes. There will be a public hearing at the legislature meeting prior to the meeting, I guess.
Okay. It's a pretty substantial price tag.
It is.
There must be a lot of work needed.
Fair amount. I mean, it's an old clay tile system in the village here, so that's where most of it's centered around is repairing the clay tile.
And the liner is the way to do it, huh?
Well, that's what South and Center's been doing. We haven't done any in this, well, we did some in this district at the last INI study for the south of the institution. But they say that's better than digging it up and replacing it, so cheaper.
Sounds good. All right, any further questions about this resolution? Hearing none, all in favor of the proposed resolution, please say aye.
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 And opposed? The resolution carries. And the next resolution is the North Chautauqua Lake Sewer District Capital Account Establishment in relation to project for reduction of infiltration and inflow. And this one is establishing the account
Yeah.
to another preliminary step along the line as we move towards the actual work, huh? Any questions concerning this resolution from the committee?
These numbers, they're in line with what we discussed, what was that, a couple months ago?
Yeah,
I don't remember the exact numbers, but
it's,
this looks somewhat familiar.
$5,480,000 is the project.
That's what we talked about
Yeah.
back, okay.
With hopefully to get grant for 25% of it through a WIA grant, but we don't know that yet.
And of course, if we get grant funding, then we'll use less of the capital.
Right.
Okay. All in favor of this proposed resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the resolution carries. Next is the resolution authorizing the issuance of $5,480,000 in bonds of the County of Chautauqua, New York, to pay the cost of the North Chautauqua Lake Sewer District Infiltration and Inflow Reduction Project.
There we go.
Any questions from the committee on this one?
And this is just one of those things where the sewer district's gonna pay, but the county is covering it.
Yeah, the users will,
We'll pay.
yeah,
Not
Repay
you
the bond.
personally.
the rate will, yeah, the user rates will go, obviously go up. I mean.
Is that the one that you were just, I guess sometimes the sewer districts, whether we were talking about $1,000 increase or something, or is that?
This is,
That was the extension.
Okay,
yeah,
that was a different.
this would be a maximum of around $700
Mhm.
per year. $160 per quarter added to the $135 they pay now.
And they're already aware and everything.
Well, they're hearing about it. The public notice for the public hearing went out, so yeah, we're starting to get phone calls, people getting their letters, and I'm sure we'll have some people here.
Yes. That's why we have the public hearing, right?
Right?
Mr. Chairman, if I might
Yes.
just add some context to this slew of resolutions, but this is the process to get us to the position to apply for funding. So we do the seeker, we do the determination of the need, we do the establish the accounts, we authorize the issuance of bonds, and then we authorize applying for grants. But the condition of this project is that sufficient funding, grant funding or loans are received, that the district board believes that this is in the best interest of the users. So this is all to get us to the point where we can apply for the grants and loans and then see how it comes out. It's quite a process, isn't it, Kristen?
That it is.
All right. If there's no further discussion, all in favor of the proposed resolution, please say aye. And opposed? And the resolution carries. Okay. Our next resolution on the agenda is to authorize the county to apply for grants and loans on behalf of the North Chautauqua Lake Sewer District for inflow and infiltration repair, and that's all along the same project. It's just another step. Any questions?
Why can't we put it all in one? No, I'm just kidding.
Good idea.
I like the way you think.
Save paperwork. Okay. All right. Any further discussion of this proposed resolution? Hearing none. All in favor of the proposed resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? The resolution carries. Next is authorization for the county to apply for grants on behalf of the North Chautauqua Lake Sewer District for review of wastewater treatment plan capacity.
So this one is a grant that the EFC offers. It's a $50,000 grant with a $10,000 match to study this plant to see if, well, let me back up here a little bit. The town of Chautauqua has a project going to bid shortly that would put 65 grinder pumps into the system, which goes to the plant. And then they're going to take the next step of trying to sewer all the way to the town line. So this would be a study to see if the plant can handle that or if we need to upgrade the plant before or during that project. Or, how Pierre put it, the state sometimes has they have a limit we can take. It's 500,000 gallons, 500 million gallons a day.
5 million gallons a day.
Yes. I'm sorry.
500,000. Your plant's rated at 500,000 a day.
500,000 a day. So they had done a study on South and Center and found out that that number really should have been lower, which their number was different, but they didn't need to increase the plant to take on more capacity.
So-
They have existing they have more capacity existing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before we did the west side extension for the South Chautauqua Lake Sewer District, on paper, that would have potentially put the treatment plant over its capacity. So the engineers did a study and reviewed it with DEC, and DEC said, oh, that plant has plenty of capacity. You can do that whole west side extension. You don't need to do anything to the plant.
Good news.
Good news. Yeah, it was great news.
That's what we're hoping for. But
So that's what we're hoping for with the North District as well.
But you have to make sure. Huh?
Yes, you have to make sure. That's right.
Let's make sure.
All right. Any further questions about this one? Okay, all in favor of the proposed resolution, please say aye. And opposed? And the resolution carries.
thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, we were going to have a discussion by Ms. Crow, but I have been informed that she is not here to do the discussion. And so we'll be doing this next month or at some other time.
Tim is gonna,
What?
Tim Cars is gonna do his.
Cards.
Oh, yes. Yes, we have Tim doing his carts, and then we also have a couple of resolutions that we're going to discuss about the airport as well.
Mr. Chairman, if I
Yes.
might just clarify, the finance director is in the process of restructuring the finance departments in the county. And I had requested that she present the preliminary plans to all the committees, so the committees are aware of what is in process. Not that it's finalized yet, but I thought that you would all like to know before it's finalized. And since we're nearing budget season, you're going to be seeing a lot of your finance people. So that's why I requested that she do that. It's unfortunate that she wasn't able to be here today.
Yeah, and I think I heard something at one of the meetings, one of the advisory councils that, was, concerns and things.
Mhm.
So it's good to be able to have information.
It's always good to have a heads up.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay. Tim Carr, Director of Public Facilities. I just wanted to bring you up to speed on the CARTS hub and that whole situation with CARTS, because I know there's been some question and where we're at with things. It did go out to bid. We received bids. The bids came in at just a little over $800,000. And we have budgeted for $500,000. So, and we only had one company that bid it. So upon recommendations from Labella, the engineers, what we're going to do is we're going to go back out to bid in the fall, probably September, because a lot of these contractors are so busy now with school projects and things that they're have a timeline with. So I think if we wait and go back out to bid in the fall, we may have a little more success. The city is moving forward. Tomorrow I have a site review with the bidders for the fuel tank removals. So the city is moving forward on their part of it, and hopefully we can get them out and get that problem taken care of. So when we're ready to go, we can go. But I just wanted to bring everybody up to speed because I know there's been some questions, or if there is any concerns or anything, just wanted to let it kind of, everybody know
So
where we're
what
at
are
with
they
things.
gonna do? What are they gonna do for the 800,000?
We're gonna basically totally renovate that whole building, you know, inside and out. We're gonna have there's 3 bays there now. We'll have 2 bays remaining. The 1 bay will become a waiting area for the people that want to get on the bus. And then there'll be another area for the drivers, you know, a restroom, kind of a sitting room for the drivers when they're in and out of there. You know, and then we'll redo the
And that's
parking
in the
lots.
city of Jamestown?
Yeah, that's right across from City Hall on 3rd Street. So, okay.
Well, Tim, we appreciate you following through on that project. We understand that that project had dragged on quite a while until you inherited it.
Yeah.
And you've been diligent in getting it up and going again. And the fact that the city is proceeding with removing the tanks is a major milestone.
Yeah.
So thank you for your
So
efforts.
hopefully that'll work tomorrow. And you may see, I just asked Sam, I know we were supposed to take delivery of 3 new carts buses today. So we are going to have a kickoff with CHQ hub and all that kind of stuff, but you may see some new carts buses out there running that are wrapped now with different pictures and stuff on them. I think we're going to talk with Michelle, and I think we talked about having an open house and a kickoff and everything with the trolleys and everything. So it's kind of exciting. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and now, Ms. Barnhart from the airports.
Well, we don't want to accept any more money.
All right, so I am here again. This is Shannon Barnhart, manager of airports, because we have been awarded 2 grants that we were approved to apply for previously, and it just came in a few weeks ago. So I am asking for acceptance of, at Dunkirk, the Rehabilitate Taxiway Alpha East construction project. We will be rehabbing taxiway. And then at Jamestown, 34 guidance signs right now that are in poor to very poor condition. We get docked every year on our FAA inspection. So we were awarded $153,000 per airport that has to be used within a 5-year period. This is a project that we were awarded with the bill funding. So it has to be accepted by June 30th. So that's why I'm here in other, and it will all be through the system by Thursday morning. So you guys will have it officially by then as well.
And are there any, I'm gonna ask Bob's question. Are there any strings attached that you have to do something else? Are you committing?
Well, I don't see them as strings. So I see them as we wouldn't be able to do these projects for $679,000 without the FAA providing a grant. So if you're asking, do we have a commitment to the FAA because they're providing funds? Yes. And that's that we maintain the airport up to their safety standards over the life of the project, which is 20-year period. So Bob calls them strings. I think that if someone's giving me this amount of money, that I think it's pretty fair to ask for to be safe and follow some of their guidelines.
So right now, the airport does have airplanes, right? They
Oh, yeah,
private.
every
How
day.
many what's the, I know you went through this.
Yeah, I mean, Jamestown, we have just below 10,000 operations, so we haven't hit that threshold. And then I'd say on an annual basis, around 4,500 at Dunkirk. Not just private planes, but businesses too. I mean, Cummins comes in twice a week during the summer. We don't have the runway length for them to come in through the entire winter time just because they fly such a large aircraft. And then Dunkirk, we've got several businesses over there, Wells, Purina, those type come in. And then, yeah, hangars are full. We have a new hangar at Dunkirk already on a wait list for people. We've got a hangar that Centric is taking over. We have no more space. So yeah, there's several aircraft and every day there's aircraft flying. So come on out. I'll show you.
I know. I want to go to, I was thinking this morning when I saw there was airport stuff, but I should go to Dunkirk first.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, yeah, but,
I'll be there Friday if you want to come out. I try to go. Yeah, this Friday. You want to come out?
Go?
Hey, I've offered Bob the tour several times.
And I'm gonna take you up on it,
Okay, sounds good.
as long as there's no strings.
Yeah.
I mean, you might have to support us, Bob. No, just kidding.
So,
So-
and does the airport actually operates at a loss, or does it operate?
It'll cost.
At a cost. Thank you.
Oh,
I
okay.
appreciate it. I mean,
That's
we have an
pretty good,
operating, but
Yeah,
yeah, that was
that
good.
was
I
good.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
Um, We have an operating budget, just like, highways and all the divisions here at the county. It's very hard for the airports to put a value on what they do for the community. And people that fly in, which I can't name every name, buy homes on Chautauqua Lake. They buy homes in our community, retail. We have people flying in on a daily basis that we have a maintenance shop there. We've got Luscombe Aviation and Building Aircraft out there. We've got our FBO who services aircraft on a daily basis. So if you come in, they fuel you up, buy things at their shop, and then they come into the county. So they have a rental car system. Hertz is out there, and if you fly in, you could get a rental car going to Jamestown or wherever you need to go, and
Mhm.
right from the airport. And we're just hoping to add to that with having airline service again. So
Commercial.
yeah, it doesn't mean that we don't do anything at the airport. We have a lot
Yeah.
going on, but it's, it'd be nice to add to it and utilize the terminal.
So
to it.
there's like an economic benefit to having that. there.
Absolutely. I cannot solely put a number on it though,
Yeah.
because we don't see everything that everybody's doing when they fly in. So
Yeah.
it's hard to justify the value of that, but
Okay. Thank you.
Did you write down at a cost, not a loss?
I am
It's-
remembering that. I don't have to write it down. That was great.
It's become our Chautauqua County government phrase,
It's a service to the
It's a service.
citizens.
It is.
Yeah.
at a cost, not a loss.
Yes. Not a loss.
Okay, thank you very much, Shannon. I guess we cannot do anything with these two resolutions because of the
It's not official.
status of these two resolutions, but they will come before audit and control, and by then they will be through the system to the point where they can. It's very nice of you to come and
Thank you.
give us the heads up on this.
Yes. I just made Bob's day.
No, I was gonna vote, just so that they didn't get voted down in committee, I was gonna vote for them to not put the kibosh to them.
Thank you. I
Not-
appreciate
With
that.
only three of us here, I
Yeah.
don't know the dynamics of that, so.
Yeah, I wasn't
What a
sure
great
either.
guy I am.
Yes. Thank you.
What a great guy Bob Scudder is.
That was the only reason he came today, just for this resolution.
Well, thank you very much. We'll
Thank
see
you.
you
No, no,
Thursday.
thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, is there anything else to come before the committee today?
Thanks.
Anything else? Okay, going once,
I make a motion, we adjourn.
thank you.
Second it.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. No, thank you.